is already a great player. He's a big guard who has continued to grow throughout his high school career. He can score from different spots on the floor. He can score over top of smaller guards. He's an excellent rebounder.
You combine that with his talent to create, he's going to be lethal.
I'm originally from Boston, so, especially with Terrence Clark passing away, I want to carry on his legacy. I want to be known as a legend in my city.
Once upon a time, this specific 6'6", 185-pound high-flying forward, who was arguably one of the most entertaining high school hoop sensations, wasn't always portrayed as a top prospect in his class. In fact, along his journey, things weren't looking too promising for him at all. But he just never ever let his struggles cloud his goals of greatness. And because of all the countless hours of work that he's put forth and the relentless type approach that he's had towards the game eventually turned him into an absolute problem. This is the Jahkai Howard story. October 10, 2005 in Boston, Massachusetts, Jahkai Howard would spend most of his youth bouncing back from Boston to Atlanta and back. But coming up, the first sport that he really gravitated to so happened to be football. But on the basketball court, things honestly just weren't clicking for him early on. As he stated, "I remember being very bad. I couldn't make a layup, couldn't dribble the ball, it was just bad." But still, Howard just never let his early struggles on the basketball court tear down his confidence. And heading into his 6th grade year, Howard sat down with his father and told him by the time he was in the 9th grade, he would be one of the top high school basketball prospects in the nation. His father even stated, the look in his eyes was so passionate and determined. At that point, I knew there's going to be nothing that gets in this kid's way from reaching his ultimate dream, which is to become a professional basketball player. And as Howard was determined to improve his on-court play, Jahkai did not fall short of dominating on the football field as he played positions like QB and wide receiver. He even had long-term goals of pursuing it going into his high school career. But everything would all change once he hit his growth spurt, as well as when he got his first in-game dunk in just the 7th grade. That's when nearly everyone would start telling him to stick to basketball. And from there, that's when he would turn all of his attention towards. Jahkai would also grow up looking up to the great Terrence Clark, and the two would even work out together, which also really helped Jahkai's game mature throughout his development. Now, throughout his middle school years, there was one specific thing that took his athleticism to new heights.
I really say as a kid, I used to want to be fast, I wanted to be very fast, I want to play football. And then I asked my dad, what should I do to get fast? He said, do calf raises. So as a kid, I used to always do calf raises, just for fun, 1,000 a night. My legs might not be big, but they're strong, I guess. So yeah, I want to say that's what made me athletic.
And by the time he entered his freshman year of high school, he was already one of the most explosive dominant wings in his class. And at every single camp and tournament that he played at, he showed why he was going to be exceptionally special going forward. But for his freshman season, he would attend Norcross High School in Atlanta, Georgia, the same school that NBA players like Brandon Boston Jr., Jeremy Lamb, as well as JT Thor all attended. And while standing at 6'6", he showed a lot of upside, and it wasn't long until he had a reputation for displaying his high-flying dunks, as well as his high motor. Now, following his freshman season, his ranking had already skyrocketed to 5th in the entire country of the 2024 high school recruiting class, according to ESPN. At this point in time, he had big-time offers coming in from schools like Auburn, Georgia Tech, LSU, Florida, Georgetown, and Illinois. As a sophomore, Jahkai made the decision to take his talents to Semi Valley, California, as he was a part of the powerhouse crew at Donda Academy, an uncredited Christian school founded by Kanye West. There, he would play alongside players like J.J. Taylor and Rob Dillingham. And throughout the season, Jahkai's contributions no doubt made Donda Academy one of the most entertaining high school teams in the entire country. There, he really used his 7'-inch wingspan to the best of his abilities, which allowed him to finish around the rim at a very high clip, as well as being an exceptional disruptor on defense. Howard thrived arguably the most in transition, and used his finesse-type maneuvers to get to the cup so easy every single time. But But following the season, Donda Academy was shut down due to controversy surrounding Kanye West.
It was just a lot of stuff said, Kanye had did or said whatever they had going on. And the media didn't take it well, so, tournaments and the owners started taking it personal and didn't like it. So they thought it was going to be a bad type of environment to bring us. So I guess that's really it.
You thought the best for your development after that was OT? Okay.
Now that summer, prior to his junior season, he would play in the Nike EYBL for the Georgia Stars as well as Team Dad, and his ranking dropped a bit as he didn't quite have the strong summer that he wanted to, dropping from a 5-star recruit to a 4-star. But during his junior season, his game continued to mature as he scored in double figures in 5 of 8 games he played in for OTE. His jumper and all-around shot creation ability from the perimeter really looked a lot more polished. But that summer, he made significant strides once he suited up for the New Heights Lightning and played alongside 5-star recruits in Elliot Cadeau, Tahad Pettiford, and Malik Thomas. Jahkai averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal a game. He even stated, "I feel like I wasn't pushing myself hard enough my sophomore year. This year, I felt like I needed to do that, and I also found the right team. Playing with Malik Thomas has helped. It's allowed me to play my game, play defense, and show that I have developed my shot. And I think getting to a place like overtime really helped me get focused. It was clear by now that he could do a little bit of everything to help his team win. And truthfully, he carried those same contributions into his senior season." Now on November 8th, 2023, Jahkai made the decision to commit to the University of Auburn over schools like Arizona State as well as Georgia Tech. Howard would suit up for the City Reapers and average 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists a contest, while going on to lead his crew to a championship while winning the Finals MVP trophy. Jahkai Howard has really went on to make a name for himself through his exceptional skills and dedication. And with him teaming up with Tahad Pettiford at Auburn, the two of them really does have the opportunity to take Auburn's basketball program to new heights. And if Jahkai continues to expand his arsenal with the athleticism and versatility that he already has, he can very well one day be one of the better prominent role players in the NBA.
And last question, is there any NBA player that you love or had in your game after?
A lot of people say Joe Green, but my favorite player is just Tatum. I model my game. I try to model my game now. It's a very fun process. I never thought me growing up, I didn't start playing basketball until 7th grade, so I didn't think I was going to be this very talented to have all these skills.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jahkai Howard story.